What's up, horror fam? Welcome back to the channel. So for today's trailer review and reaction, we are taking a look at the film Gazer, which is a mystery thriller neo-noir film that was done by Ryan J. Sloan. Now, I will be surprised if many of you have heard of this film. I, for one, was not aware of this film. It was making its rounds earlier on in the year, this year, 2024, through various film festivals. And the deeper I dug on this one, I came across a release date that was listed for it for the US, which was October 2024, which I thought was kind of odd because, again, this seems like the type of film we would have heard about just based off the premise, based on the style, and even the budget that they used for this film. It would have garnered quite a bit of attention especially from an independent perspective, because it's very much an independent film. So I dug a little bit deeper, and sure enough, that October date was in fact another festival date that the film was premiered at. Now, if you check out our daily episode from today, episode 53, we do cover off on this film in a little bit more detail, and this is supposed to make its wide theatrical release in February 2025, but we do have the trailer on this one. So the premise for this film is Frankie Rhodes lives on the outskirts of Newark. She suffers from a progressive neurological disease that causes her to lose track of time and experience regular blackouts. To keep her condition in check, she spends almost every waking minute listening to tapes she has recorded. Her 7-year-old daughter is currently in care for the mother of her husband, who recently took his own life. At a meeting of her self-help group, she meets Paige Forster. A few days earlier, she had observed how she was beaten up by a man. Paige makes Frankie an offer. If she helps her steal her car back from her violent brother, Henry, she pays her $3,000. Frankie has just lost her job at a gas station and could make a good use of the money. However, the execution is difficult in view of Frankie's state of health. Now, that premise should sound somewhat familiar because they are comparing this film to Memento, and again, based on that premise, it has a very same feel, storyline, tone of what Memento was. If you haven't seen that film done by Christopher Nolan, check it out. It's not a horror film, but it is still a great mystery thriller type film that I would recommend. So as I already mentioned, this film is deemed as a thriller mystery, which is why we're covering it here on Reign of Horror. I do believe thriller mysteries do fall as a subgenre within horror, so which is why we're going to be covering it. And again, it does come out February 2025. So let's jump right into the trailer and see what we think.
Focus. What do you see? Who are they? Where do you think they're coming from? Hiding from? Why am I here?
The body was found floating in the Meadowlands.
Focus. What do you see?
It looked like someone was hit.
My brother gets very angry.
You have a neurological disorder preventing you from remembering exactly what happened that night, is that right?
I've been recording these tapes for my daughter. It helps keep me from zoning out.
This condition of yours will slowly eat away at your cognitive capabilities.
I gotta get out of here. Can you drive?
I don't want any trouble.
Focus.
I just want to spend whatever time I have left with my daughter.
If you feel yourself zoning out, rewind tape.
Can I ask where you've been since last Tuesday?
Focus.
Am I a suspect?
If you wanted to get away, where would you go?
What do you see?
You see people for who they really are when they think no one is watching. It's just you and whatever else is out there in the dark.
Focus.
I think whoever did this didn't even mean to do it. They panicked, trying to clean it up.
If you feel yourself zoning out, rewind tape. Focus.
So I can see this one taking several different turns. Again, if you haven't seen Memento, go check that one out. But this one definitely has a Memento type feel to it, and that's not bad company to be in when you're thinking about an independent film. I do love the grittiness of this look and how this was filmed. Now, if you don't know, this was filmed on 16mm film, again, which is why it has that grittiness, raw look to it, which I absolutely enjoy, especially for a thriller mystery film. I think it just adds a little bit of the ambiance to it, especially, again, that mystery feel. We saw several scenes here where you don't really know what's going to be transpiring. Again, if it's like Memento, which is what it's being compared to, there could be several different stories going on here where, again, she's having to rely back on the tapes to understand who is who can she trust, who can't she trust, because we did see a couple scenes there where there obviously was some firearms involved. There was somebody lying probably dead or unconscious on the floor, blood everywhere. So that could have been something that she happened to retire. Maybe somebody else did and she came into that scene and not knowing if she did it, if somebody else did it. There was also another scene there where someone had an incision and someone was reaching their hand into that person. Again, that could have been a vision, or it could have been something that was actually happening, or even a recall moment where she's playing back a tape and now she's starting to remember what had transpired. So again, I think this film can take many different avenues, many different turns. I am excited to see this one. It has shown up on various film festivals, again, throughout this year. I think I counted at least 4 or 5 that it went through throughout 2024 and got nothing but praise. So February 2025, this one hits theaters. It already has a 91% positive rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Side note, you've heard me say before, and I'll continue to say it, Rotten Tomatoes isn't always necessarily the best resource when it comes to ratings, critic reviews, things of that nature. But for the time being, that's the best we have. And the fact that it has a 91% rating on this film, just based off what it's been seen at film festivals, I think that says a lot for the film. And as I've already mentioned, it's being compared to Memento. So, all right, everyone, that's going to do it for today's trailer review and reaction. Let us know what you think about the film Gazer. Is this something you're interested in? And again, if you haven't seen Memento, go check it out, because if you do like Memento, this could be a film that you eventually do like as well. So also, I would like to extend out a thank you to all the new subscribers to the channel. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you for all the support. It definitely makes what we do here at Rain and Horror on a daily basis worth its while. So thank you again. And if you haven't done so already, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about Gazer. Otherwise, we will see you at the next one. Peace.